Game over. When my mother calls, Hope, Dell, Jackie, inside, the game is over. No more reading beneath the street light for Dell. But for my brother and me, it's no more anything. No more steal the bacon, Coco Levio 123, Miss Lucy had a baby, spinning tops, double dutch. No more freeze tag, hide the belt, hot peas and butter. No more singing contest on the stoop. No more ice cream truck chasing. Wait, ice cream man, my mother's gonna give me money. No more getting wet in the Johnny pump or standing with two-fisted hands out in the front of me. A dime hidden in one chanting, dumb school, which hand is it? When my mother calls, Hope, Dell, Jackie, inside, we complain as we walk up the block in twilight. Everyone else is allowed to stay outside till dark, our friends standing in the moment. Stirring halfway wrapped around a top waiting to be tagged and unfrozen, searching for words to song, dripping from the Johnny pump, silent in the middle of Miss Lucy had a. The game is over for the evening, and all we can hear is our friends. Aw man, bummer, for real? This early? Dang it, shoot, your mom is mean. Early birds, why she ought to mess up our playing like that? Geez, now the game is over. Lessons, my mother says. When Mama tried to teach me to make collards and potato salad, I didn't want to learn. She opens the box of pancake mix, adds milk and eggs, stirs. I watch grateful for the food we have now. Syrup waiting in the cabinet, bananas to slice on top. It's Saturday morning, 5 days a week she leaves us to work in an office bank in Brownsville. Saturday we have her to ourselves all day long. Me and Kay didn't want to be inside cooking. She stirs the lumps from the batter, pours it in the buttered hissing pan. Wanted to be with our friends, running wild through Greenville. There was a man with the peach tree down the road. One day Robert climbed over that fence, filled a bucket with peaches, wouldn't share 'em with any of us, but told us where the peach tree was, and that's where we wanted to be, sneaking peaches from that man's tree, throwing the rotten ones at your uncle. Mama wanted us to learn to cook. Ask the boys, we said, and Mama knew that wasn't fair. Girls inside and boys going off to steal peaches, so she let us all off. She let all of us off. Stay outside until supper time, and by then she says, putting our breakfast on the table, it was too late. Trading places. When Maria's mother makes arroz con habiculus tostones, we trade dinners. If it's a school night, I'll run to Maria's house and a plate of my mother's baked chicken with Kraft mac and cheese, sometimes boxed cornbread, sometimes canned string beans, warm in my hands, ready for the first taste of Maria's mother's garlic rice and beans, crushed green bananas, fried and salted and warm. Maria will be waiting her own plate, covered and foiled. Sometimes we sit side by side on her stoop, our traded plates in our laps. What are you guys eating? The neighborhood kids ask, but we never answer, too busy shoveling the food we love in our mouths. Your mother makes the best chicken, Maria says, the best cornbread, the best everything. Yeah, I say, I guess my grandma taught her something after all. Writing number 1. It's easier to make up stories than it is to write them down. When I speak, the words come pouring out of me. The story wakes up and walks all over the room, sits in a chair, crosses one leg over the other, says, "Let me introduce myself," then just starts going on, but as I bend over my composition notebook, only my name comes quickly. Each letter neatly printed between the pale blue lines, then white, space, and air, and me wondering, how do I spell introduce? Trying again and again until there's nothing but pink bits of eraser and a hole now where a story should be. Late autumn. Miss Moskowitz calls us one by one and says, come up to the board and write your name. When it's my turn, I walk down the aisle from my seat in the back, writing Jacqueline Woodson, the way I've done 100 times, turn back toward my seat, proud as anything, and my name in white letters on a dusty blackboard. But Miss Moskowitz stops me, says, "In cursive too, please, but the Q in Jacqueline is too hard to write." So I write Jackie Woodson for the first time, struggle only a little bit with the K. "Is that what you want us to call you?" I want to say no, my name is Jacqueline, but I'm scared of cursive Q now. No, may never be able to connect it to C and U, so I nod even though I'm lying. The other Woodson. Even though so many people think my sister and I are twins, I'm the other Woodson following behind her each year into the same classroom and she had the year before. Each teacher smiles when they call me my name Woodson. They say, "You must be Odella's sister." Then they nod slowly over and over, call me Odella, say, "I'm sorry, you look so much like her and she's so brilliant." Then wait for my brilliance to light up the classroom, wait for my arm to fly into the air with every answer, wait for my pencil to move quickly through the two easy math problems on the memographic sheet. Wait for me to stand before class, easily reading words even high school students stumble over, and they keep waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Until one day, they walk into the classroom, almost call me Odell, then stop. I remember that I am the other Woodson, and begin searching for brilliance at another desk. Writing number 2. On the radio, Sly and the Family Stone are singing Family Affair, the song turned up because it's my mother's favorite, the one she plays again and again. "You can't leave us 'cause your heart is there," Sly sings, "but you can't stay 'cause you've been somewhere else." The song makes me think of Greenville and Brooklyn, the two worlds my heart lives in now. I am writing the lyrics down, trying to catch each word before it's gone, then reading them back out loud to my mother. This is how I'm learning. Words come slow to me on the page until I memorize them, reading the same books over and over, copying lyrics to songs from records and TV commercials, the words settling into my brain, into my memory. Not everyone learns to read this way. Memory takes over when the rest of the brain stops working, but I do. Sly is singing the words over and over, and though he is trying to convince me that this whole world is just a bunch of families like ours, going about their own family affairs. "Stop daydreaming," my mother says, so I go back to writing down words that are songs and stories and whole new worlds, tucking themselves into my memory. Birch Tree Poem. Before my teachers read the poem, she has to explain. "A birch," she says, "is a kind of tree." Then magically she pulls a picture from the desk drawer, and the tree is suddenly real to us. "When I see birches bend to left and right," she begins, "across the lines of straighter, darker trees, I like to think." And when she reads, her voice drops down so low and beautiful, some of us put our heads on our desks to keep the happy tears from flowing. Some boys been swinging them, but swinging doesn't bend them down to stay, and ice storms do. And even though we've never seen an ice storm, we've seen a birch tree, so we can imagine everything we need to imagine, forever and ever, infinity. Amen. How to listen number 6. When I sit beneath the shade of my block's oak tree, the world disappears. Reading. I am not my sister. Words from the books curl around each other, make little sense until I read them again and again, the story settling into memory. Too slow, the teacher says. Read faster. Too babyish, the teacher says. Read older, but I do not want to read faster or older, or any way else that might make the story disappear too quickly from where it's settling inside my brain, slowly becoming a part of me, a story of I will remember long after I've read it for the second, third, 10th, 100th time.